He's right.
You mad at me? I didn't see no chair beside you.
I don't want to put beside you.
Sit down. Like your arm.
Okay, folks, it's 6:30, that's all stand. Sign the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to welcome everybody here. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Dwayne Benoit, President Pro Tem. And Carrie, you're taking minutes tonight. I have a roll call of Jeff Hamilton, Dwayne Benoit, Shar Fisher, Holly Landis, Nick Root, Rod Martin. Did you add anybody else? At this time, we're having a motion, a second, and a motion, a second, and vote on the resignation of Tracy Thaxton.
Make a motion to accept Tracy Thaxton's resignation from council.
Any discussion? All in favor? Did you get everybody's vote? Okay. Oh, should anybody not want to vote for the, I didn't see if it was unanimous. Okay. Next, we have the approval of minutes. I need a motion, second on that also.
Before we get started, Matt, in our minutes, it doesn't say anything about us hiring Carrie as the zoning officer in these minutes anywhere.
We hired Ben,
He was the village administrator.
and the duties for zoning would be shared between them. But I agree with what you're saying.
But there's no mention of Carrie's name anywhere. And I think Carrie's name ought to be on there. Also, since we give Ben a 90-day trial, I think Carrie should have a 90-day trial also. And through here, it says Heather is interested in village zoning. But there was no mention of you, and I think we need to address that.
You want to bring it up as a motion?
Yes, I make a motion that we amend the minutes that Carrie Garris was hired to handle the zoning in office. And we give her 8 hours a week to do that. To help assist with that with Ms. Vedder. All right,
Split, yeah, we're going to split the responsibilities.
but she's going to do the majority of it. And I also make a motion that we ought to have her on a 90-day trial, same way that we have Ms. Vedder on a 90-day trial. I'll be mean here.
No.
Carrie, you understand all that?
That's fine.
Anybody will in a second? I'll second.
Do you have a job description on there?
Right now, we're,
Can't just flow through it, you have to have a job description. You have to have duties and so on.
yeah, we got that in February. We have it all written out. Everyone was given that on council. You weren't given that?
No, ma'am.
Didn't you print one off for
Everybody
everyone?
got it, so when you guys were discussing the job.
I never, and I've been in there 2 days a week picking up papers. I never got anything.
And-
Good
That
job.
was,
And I had a meeting with the previous village administrator and zoning officer, and I asked for even more specifics on this job description and was told there is no way to accurately describe because every day it changes. correct?
Correct.
So we do have it in writing, and I did have a meeting with the previous zoning officer about that. I also have another amendment, but let's finish. You had a first, you had a motion, and you had a second, Dwayne.
All in favor?
I also noted something in our minutes I would like for council to consider on the portion where Rose gave his update on property maintenance, and I had a few questions regarding the open cases, that in a moment afterwards, he resigned his position. I feel that should be in our minutes.
I'll make a motion to add Mr. Rose's resignation to the meeting minutes.
I'll second that. Any other discussion?
All in favor? Is that a vote, Rod?
Yes, I'm reading and holding my hand up.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going on to, if there's no more discussion, we're going on to people before council, and we're going to go, I'm going to do ladies first. So Megan, go ahead.
You're so kind. Well, do you want me to go or do you want him to explain? Does it really matter?
It does not really matter, as long as we have a good explanation about, if you agree with his,
Yeah,
what he's going to.
I'm pretty sure I will. Do you want me to stand?
Sure.
Okay.
Do as you wish, huh?
Okay, I'll just stand up. So I'm Megan Francis with Mid-Ohio Youth League. We met yesterday with the group for the Parks Committee. So there are two things I'd like just to discuss, get some understanding, get some knowledge for my benefit, for our new board's benefit, because we do have a lot of new people. I know I met with, Carrie, Char, and Mr. Martin last year to discuss some stuff. Obviously, everything fell through, so just to kind of bounce back and just to get some final answers and see what's going on. First of all, food license. So to run that food booth down there, it takes a food license from the health department. With COVID and all of our restrictions, with everything that we have going on, we would like to lessen that, so we will not be serving hot food. It'll all be prepackaged, bottled water, pop chips, blah, 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 stuff like that. Originally, that license is $526 for the level 3 when we serve hot food. This is going to end up taking it down to $294 just to serve basic, prepackaged food from our concession stand. With that, we are only using that card from the 1st of April to the very end of June. Years past, with the previous board, with previous administration, we have paid for that entire license, from my understanding, and please correct me if I'm wrong. We paid for that entire license. I would like to change that to where we are paying for the months of use, because I know Biddy football comes in, they use it as well. So I would like to see that change. So, and I broke it down, I gave a paper to Nick. So if we would pay per month, it would end up breaking it down to $24.50 per month. And then from April to June for our cost of that, it would be $73.50 for our portion. Just food for thought. I mean, we're a little league. You know, we try to do the best we can. We support this community. We want great things for these kids, but it is an added expense to us. Just asking for a little bit of help there and some good there. Yes.
For council, last year, they decided to split the cost between football and baseball. They're the only two people that use the food booth license, is the baseball and the football team. So, and that's previously, I didn't even know the football team did, because I thought they came to it. They were only using it for practice, so. That's why it was decided last year that they would split the cost.
So my only question for you is for this, is the football team, the big league, are they okay with not serving hot food as well?
They don't serve hot food. So
Okay.
my son is also a football player, so they don't serve hot food either. A lot of times they open up that concession stand, they have bottled water there for the boys. You know, parents just kind of hang out and watch practices. They have some odds and ends stuff there. They don't serve hot food out of that concession stand because that field area is only for practices. They don't play games there or anything else. It's just for practices. So when I talked to, I know last year, I talked to Butch Madison, he was on board with, hey, there's no sense in the youth league having to pay the bill for all of this, we'll help with that expense. They don't mind paying that expense either. But I know, I think they go from the very end of July to November, give or take. I don't know the exact days. But like I said, last year whenever I talked to Butch, that was a conversation that I had with him. So they don't serve the hot food,
Okay.
so it's not really going to affect them.
That was my only
Yeah.
concern there, was making sure that that's not gonna affect them in a way that they're gonna be upset.
Right, right, and then that's the thing, like, I know the football people, and I would have contacted them and said, hey, I know you guys serve hot food, this is what we're thinking, what are you guys thinking? I would have gotten with them before I came here.
That's
nice.
Meg, I got one question for you.
Yeah.
Was it the Little League's decision last year to, and the only reason I'm asking this is because I feel that you could ask the Department of Health for credit.
Okay,
Uh,
so,
If you-
and I know
But
we had-
if you guys made the decision to not have the season, then it would be up to you.
right, right, so, and I just spoke with Nick about this, Jesse Poston and I went back through all of our emails, went back through double checkbooks, all that stuff. We ended up not actually paying for last year. So the $526 for the level 3 last year, we didn't pay. There was communication that we were gonna get a bill from you guys.
But
we
there was
didn't.
going on and nobody was allowed to use the ball diamonds, we didn't feel right
Yeah.
to charge them.
So we ended up not paying for it. I believe you guys paid the full
Yes,
bill
we
for
did,
that.
because, but
Yeah.
since nobody else got to use it, we didn't feel right to,
Right,
for
right.
that. We
So-
kept it alive, but.
Yeah, and so that, I guess, sadly falls onto the village as the expense there, because we ended up not using it, football didn't end up using it, you know, COVID happened. So that was my question for the food license, and taking it down to a level 2 instead of a level 3 because of the hot food, because of prep stuff that we would have to do, and extra sanitation, stuff like that. Second thing I would like to discuss is, I don't know if this is considered the ordinance, but, how it was explained to me last year was, we got this form, and we had to fill out this form, which we obviously never got to it, because I still have it right here. And this was for us to use the parks and to, when I say use the parks, I mean, we use the ball diamonds. The ball diamonds that Mid-Ohio Youth League maintains, we take care of the fences, we take care of the sand, we take care of all of that over there, except for the mowing, we don't cut. I guess in past years, the rule was, we can use the ball diamonds if we do a park improvement project, and we don't pay the fee.
If you do that improvement project for that year, then you submit receipts to cover that fee, yes.
To cover that fee. And so when we say park improvement project, we're talking on either side, or we're talking only on where the shelter house and the swing sets are?
I was always told that as long as it was park stuff and not ball diamond stuff, that's, then the improvement would cover. This is what I
Say that one
was
for
always
me
told.
one more time, sorry.
As long as it's something on the park, as long as it wasn't ball diamonds, the ball diamonds are
So those ball diamonds are ours.
our land, your
Problem.
all about your ball diamonds to maintain, yes.
Our responsibility.
Yes.
Because I was also told that if we don't maintain them, then they would be folded. Also told that very gently. So I just, if that's how that is laid out for us, then we will do a park improvement. We've already discussed park improvement. It's something that we want to update, honestly, the shelter house. Do some painting, you know, fix it up a little bit. That's on our agenda for this year. If that's how this is, then do I need to fill this form out? I guess then it becomes questions on how to fill this out and how to fill this form out so that I don't pay like,
Just when I bill you guys for the 500 and then your portion of the health department, when you send it back with your portion of the health department, send me the copies.
So do I have to do $500 worth of improvements to,
It's always been an equal to. So if you're getting donations of that part of that, then do what is equal to that donation. Like if somebody's volunteering to run their excavator, the cost of that, would be.
so like man hours?
Man hours, yeah.